Hello YouTube, welcome to YP Patriot YouTube channel. I hope everybody's well and having great New Year so far. First, I would like to thank you for tuning this video and those all the loyal subscribers. Thank you. Today we're going to talk about Joe Biden's criminal family business dealing with other countries, especially like Russia, China, Ukraine, and other places. Since New Year, Joe Biden and DOJ are dealing with certified documents all over the place. So far as today, they found 5 locations, and I'm sure there's more to come. Let's watch it together. Sunday morning show with Maria about latest update on about classified documents found all over Joe Biden's places. Be sure during the video, make a comment below. What do you think about what Joe Biden said Thursday at California?
Sunday morning with breaking news on the new classified documents seized from Joe Biden's home Friday in a 12-hour search by DOJ officials, and a disturbing new turn in Biden's document scandal. New reports this morning indicate some of the documents were placed at yet another temporary address, this time in D.C.'s Chinatown neighborhood, before traveling to the Penn Biden think tank in D.C., which, of course, paid Biden $900,000 after the think tank accepted donations, millions, from China. Also, the Daily Mail is reporting that the packing up of the documents at the tail end of Biden's vice presidency were overseen by an aide recommended by first son Hunter Biden. We do not know what she knew about the classified documents. Kathy Chung was ultimately reporting. We do not know if she was ultimately reporting back to the Chinese Communist Party. Joining me right now with more on the committee's work following these new discoveries is House Oversight and Reform Chairman, Congressman James Comer. Mr. Chairman, it's good to have you this morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning.
Your reaction to these new discoveries, what do we know about the links between Joe Biden and Communist China in terms of the money paid to the Biden family? Has that dictated the way he treats our number one adversary?
Look, I think most Americans would be shocked if they saw how many connections the Biden family has to people directly affiliated with the Chinese Communist Party. It's very startling. And with respect to the documents, Maria, I took the president at his word when the first set of documents were found at the Biden Center for Diplomacy that he had just inadvertently misplaced those documents. But now this has gone from just simply being irresponsible to downright scary. This has all the patterns of an influence peddling scheme, and it also has the makings of a potential cover-up. I mean, 5 different locations at least. Who knows what those personal attorneys have been doing? And when you look at all the things that our investigation is covering with respect to the influence peddling, there's a lot of connections with the CCP directly to both Hunter Biden, Hunter Biden's Uncle Jim, and Joe Biden.
This is just stunning and clearly has put America in a dangerous position. We know that the CCP wants to overtake the United States as the number one superpower. Can you give us assurances that you're going to get to the bottom of this? We know that they are already stonewalling. They sent a letter to you and your colleagues, Jim Jordan, saying this is an active investigation. We're not going to answer any of your questions. How will you get to the bottom of it?
Well, fortunately for me, with the influence peddling investigation, we have a lot of people that worked with Hunter Biden that we've been meeting with for many months now. I don't think that's any secret. And, there are a lot of terms that these people say the Bidens use, like plausible deniability. That's a term that Uncle Jim Biden uses a lot. And then when you see that there are documents, classified documents, just casually left around in different locations, it's very concerning. I mean, you see the complexity of this influence peddling scheme that the family's been doing for years and years.
Sunday morning with breaking news on the new classified documents seized from Joe Biden's home Friday in a 12-hour search by DOJ officials, and a disturbing new turn in Biden's document scandal. New reports this morning indicate some of the documents were placed at yet another temporary
documents home. So when Joe Biden says he has no regrets, I mean, this is very concerning here. We need to know who had access to those documents, because this is an ongoing investigation for influence peddling, and the evidence continues to build that this family has not only profited off the Biden family name, but also that our national security could be at risk. That's why we need to proceed. We're disappointed that the administration's not working with us on anything. They're stonewalling everything. They're going to try to use the general counsel as an excuse not to provide us information. But fortunately, there are plenty of other sources, and hopefully those bank records will be able to answer a lot of questions that we have.
150 suspicious activity reports as money was transferred to several different accounts that were run by Hunter Biden, as we know from the evidence on the laptop. If they stonewall you, will you hold them in contempt?
We'll do everything we can to get the answers. And you mentioned those bank records. You know, the amazing thing that we've been able to determine thus far is how many different transactions into different accounts and how many different LLCs that Hunter Biden had, that he was doing, quote, consulting work for other people who were getting million-dollar payments directly from the CCP into their account. I mean, this isn't the most complex investigation on the planet. You know, investigating the Biden family is about like tracking a bleeding bear through a snowstorm. I mean, there's evidence everywhere that would point out that this family has been involved in the influence peddling scheme for decades. And this is very concerning. And I think that the American people are getting a taste of this with the fact that these documents were strowed in so many different locations. Does anyone believe that those classified documents, when they left the vice president's office, they just took them to multiple locations all over the East Coast?
Yeah.
And it has the appearance that someone would have taken them and moved them around. I mean, this is very concerning. Hopefully the Secret Service is going to work with us. We're requesting tomorrow formally any type of correspondence, any type of emails, any type of documentation that would help us determine who actually had access to those documents. And hopefully the Secret Service will work with us, despite the fact that this White House is not.
So just to be clear, you are sending letters tomorrow morning, formal letters to the Secret Service to request information on who had information about those documents. And we just showed a picture of the diamond, 3.2 carat diamond that Hunter Biden accepted from Chinese officials. This we know from the laptop. We know that there are ways to hide wealth in diamonds because you don't have to put it in a will, you don't have to pay taxes, you just give it to somebody else. He accepted this diamond. What powers are left to combat this?
Look, you know, we know a lot more about the diamond than I need to talk about right now. You know, that diamond was given to Hunter at about the time these documents were being transported to different locations. It's very concerning. You know, two ways the Chinese try to launder money into the United States are through the art world and through diamonds. Do you see a connection here, Maria? I mean, this is very concerning. And I think the good thing for our investigation with respect to how the mainstream documents home. So when Joe Biden says he has no regrets, I mean, this is very concerning here. We need to know who had access to those documents because this is an ongoing investigation for influence peddling, and the evidence continues to build that this family has not only profited off the Biden family.